Welcome to the Oracle Tavern. My name is Senator Versace for the evening, and I just want you to know that Yanni wants me to turn the music down like magic. The music is going down. And I got something special for you all tonight. I have Edgar Allan Poe all the way back from the grave. Will be joining us, as well as the lovely Gitaine, Demone, who will be here. Srijoy will be here, coming from all the way from India. Entertainment tonight. We have the lovely Nervous Gender Reloaded. Yes, Tax Museum with Anthony Hopkins and the fabulous Atomic Kangaroo. Edgar Allan Poe is somewhere in this room. I am going to channel him. Edgar, come to me, Edgar. Come to me. Come to me, darling. Come to the stage, my dear. I need you from the afterward. Edgar! Come on up on the stage.
Thank you for your attention. I have two pieces. Each of these 4 episodes being marked by the sound of the bells. Hear the sledges with their bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment their melody foretells. How they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in the icy air of night, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline delight, keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme to the tintinnabulation that so musically wells from the bells, 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 from the jingling and the tinkling of the bells. Hear the mellow wedding bells, golden bells. What a world of happiness their harmony foretells. Through the balmy air of night, how they ring out their delight, with each molten golden note and all in tune. What a liquid ditty floats from the turtle dove who listens while she gloats on the moon. Oh, from out the sounding cells, what a gush of euphony voluminously wells, how it swells, how it dwells on the future, how it tells of the rapture it impels, to the swinging and the singing of the bells, 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 of the bells, 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 of the rhyming and the chiming of the bells. Bells, brazen bells, what a tale of terror now their turbulency tells to the startled ear of night, how they scream out their affright. Oh, in the mad expostulation, with the clinking of the fire, in a clamorous appealing to the mercy of the fire, leaping higher, 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 with a desperate desire, and a resolute endeavor now to sit or never by the side of the pale-faced moon. Oh, the bells, 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 what a tale their terror tells of despair. how the danger ebbs and flows. Yes, the ear distinctly tells from the jangling and the wrangling how the danger sinks and swells from the sinking or the swelling in the anger of the bells, of the bells, of the bells, 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 of the clamor and the clangor of the bells. Hear the tolling of the bells, iron bells. What a world of solemn thought their monody compels. In the silence of the night, how we shiver with affright at the melancholy menace of their tone. For every sound that floats from the rust within their throats is a groan. And the people, the people, they that dwell up in the steeple, all alone, and who tolling, tolling, tolling in that muffled monotone, feel a glory in so rolling on the human heart a stone. They are neither man nor woman. They are neither beast nor human. They are ghouls. And their king it is who tolls as he rolls, 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 rolls a paean from the bells. And his merry bosom swells with the paean of the bells. And he dances and he yells, keeping time, 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 in a sort of runic rhyme with the paean of the bells, keeping time, 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 in a sort of runic rhyme to the throbbing of the bells, 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 to the sobbing of the bells, keeping time, 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 as he knells, 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 in a happy runic rhyme to the tolling of the bells, 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 to the rolling of the bells, 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 to the moaning and the groaning of the bells.
Part 2, Edgar Allan Poe, as read by Bradley Hall.
Thank you for the music. I have now for you a tale of hope. Yes, hope for respite, glorious respite, relief and escape from our miserable lives. Hope to reach, to receive nepenthe, that wondrous elixir for when we quaff nepenthe, we can forget all of our horrible memories. Hope to find that balm in Gilead, that legendary balm in Gilead that can soothe our unbearable pain. Hope to reach that distant Aden, that distant Garden of Eden from whence came Adam and Eve, and back to which we hope to return one day and find all the joy and happiness that we could not find on earth. Yes, we always have hope, but alas, that may be all that we have. Hope. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, rapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for that rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never known before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently, my soul grew stronger. Hesitating then no longer, "Sir," I said, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping when so gently you came rapping, when so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore?" This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more. Open here, I flung the shutter, and with many a flirt and flutter, in their step a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not a moment stopped or stayed he, not the least obeisance made he, but with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon the busted palace, just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this enemy bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly, grim, and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marveled, this ungainly fowl, to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such name as nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the pallid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Quoth the raven, nevermore! Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken. Doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his soul one burden bore, till the dirges of his hopes one melancholy burden bore of never, never more. But the raven, still beguiling all my fancies into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat, in front a bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall press, ah, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed by some unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee respite, respite, and nepenthe for thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, by this desert land enchanted, in this home by horror haunted. Tell me, truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by the heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn it shall clasp a radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the gleaming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor. And my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.
And now it's time for the goddess, Gitaine, Demone! Happy Devil's Night, everybody. Now this song is for you. You ready? Gotta get the hooked
song is called Ship of the Unforgiven. Song is called My Faith Obscure. Standing at the end of the world. is alive. I think Tequila and Blonde Moon Dust are up next. Thanks for listening.